The incredible journey of frozen pizza through history is a story of innovation, convenience, and of course, deliciousness. Join me on a slice of culinary history as we unravel the savory secrets of frozen pizza's past. Picture yourself in the early 1900s, where the culinary landscape was vastly different from what we know today. Frozen foods were a novelty, and the idea of a frozen pizza was still a distant dream. But let's fast forward a bit to the 1940s, a time when World War II was shaping the world and innovation was on the rise. During this period, frozen food technology was advancing, thanks in part to the war effort. The military's need for easily transportable and non-perishable rations led to developments in food preservation techniques. It was in this environment that the first frozen pizza was born. And guess where it happened? None other than the Windy City itself, Chicago. In 1943, a man named Richard Tiny Tim, not to be confused with the fictional character, started experimenting with the idea of freezing pizza. His goal? To create a convenient and delicious meal option that could be enjoyed at home. Tim's innovation was to pre-bake the pizza crust and add toppings before freezing. This was a game changer, as it allowed the pizza to maintain its taste and texture when reheated at home. Soon after, in 1954, the Celentano brothers, inspired by Tim's work, began selling frozen pizzas to the public. Their efforts marked the beginning of the frozen pizza industry, making it accessible to countless households. So, there you have it, the humble beginnings of frozen pizza in the early 20th century, with pioneers like Richard Tim and the Celentano brothers paving the way for a frozen food revolution. In our next segment, we'll explore how frozen pizza became a household staple during the 1950s and beyond, so stay tuned for that slice of history. The 1950s was a time of post-war optimism and economic growth. Families were looking for quick and convenient meal options, and that's where frozen pizza stepped in. Frozen food technology had come a long way since the early experiments of Richard Tiny Tim and the Celentano brothers. Manufacturers were now able to produce frozen pizzas on a larger scale, and this meant more variety for consumers. As you can see from these vintage ads, the 1950s marked the rise of frozen pizza brands like Totino's and Tombstone, each offering its unique take on the classic pizza. Packaging also evolved during this time, with the introduction of cardboard boxes and cellophane wrapping, which helped keep the pizzas fresh and protected from freezer burn. And let's not forget about the power of advertising. TV commercials like these from the 1950s played a significant role in promoting frozen pizzas as a convenient and tasty meal option for busy families. Families across America embraced the convenience of frozen pizza. It was a meal that could be prepared in a matter of minutes, and it didn't require a trip to a pizzeria. By the end of the decade, frozen pizza had firmly established itself as a household staple, and the industry continued to grow with new flavors and varieties hitting the market. So there you have it. The 1950s marked a pivotal period in the history of frozen pizza, as it became a symbol of convenience and innovation in the world of food. Let's explore how the 1980s brought even more changes and growth to the world of frozen pizza. The 1980s were a time of change and bold experimentation in many aspects of American culture, and frozen pizza was no exception. One of the key trends in the 80s was the diversification of frozen pizza offerings. Brands were no longer satisfied with just plain cheese or pepperoni. They started introducing a wide range of toppings and crust styles. This variety gave consumers more options and flavors to choose from, making frozen pizza an even more attractive choice for busy families and individuals. Another fascinating aspect of the 80s frozen pizza boom was the memorable marketing campaigns. Brands like Digiorno and Red Baron began using creative and often humorous commercials to capture the attention of viewers. These advertisements became iconic and helped cement the popularity of frozen pizza as a fun and convenient meal option. But perhaps one of the most notable innovations of the 80s was the invention of the pizza pocket. These handheld, microwavable snacks were a hit among kids and teenagers, offering a quick and tasty pizza fix. The 80s also saw advancements in packaging technology, ensuring that frozen pizzas remained fresh and delicious for consumers. So, what can we learn from the 1980s frozen pizza landscape? Well, it was a time of bold flavors, creative marketing, and convenient options that catered to the evolving tastes and lifestyles of Americans. In our next segment, we'll explore the modern frozen pizza landscape and how it has continued to adapt to the changing preferences of consumers. Today, frozen pizza has come a long way from its humble beginnings. It's no longer just about convenience, it's also about quality and variety. One of the most significant developments in the modern frozen pizza landscape is the focus on gourmet and artisanal options. Brands are now offering pizzas with high-quality ingredients, unique toppings, and artisanal crusts. Take a look at these sleek and enticing packaging designs. They reflect the premium quality and attention to detail that consumers now expect from their frozen pizzas. Moreover, frozen pizza has adapted to meet the needs of various dietary preferences. You can now find gluten-free, vegetarian, and even vegan frozen pizzas in your local grocery store. And let's not forget the impact of technology on the industry. Innovations in freezing and packaging techniques have allowed frozen pizzas to retain their taste and texture better than ever before. With the rise of e-commerce, you can now order artisanal frozen pizzas from around the world and have them delivered to your doorstep, expanding your pizza horizons. The modern frozen pizza landscape is also influenced by changing consumer preferences. Health-conscious individuals are looking for options with fewer preservatives and additives, driving brands to create cleaner ingredient lists. So, what does all this mean for you, the pizza lover? It means that today's frozen pizza market offers a wide array of choices, from classic favorites to gourmet delights, catering to a diverse range of tastes and dietary needs. And there you have it, the incredible journey of frozen pizza, from its humble beginnings to the diverse and delicious options we enjoy today. We've explored the birth of frozen pizza in the early 20th century, its rise to prominence in the 1950s, the pizza boom of the 1980s, and the modern landscape of gourmet and convenient options. But we're not done yet. Before we say goodbye, I'd love to hear from you. Share your favorite frozen pizza memories or recommendations in the comments below. What's your go-to brand or topping combination? Thank you so much for joining me on this mouth-watering journey through frozen pizza history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating food history content. And as always, stay tuned because we've got a lot more exciting content coming your way. Until next time, keep enjoying that frozen pizza goodness, and I'll see you in the next video.